Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back after a 1 week hiatus.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all needed to kind of recharge the old batteries, get ourselves back in neutral. Ah!
Yes.
What was that?
We're a little rusty too.
Yeah, we forgot how the controls work, right? It's like going back on
Speak for yourself.
Disneyland ride for the
I've
first
been
time.
clicking so much on stuff this week. My fingers just keep tapping. Sorry. As Schumacher should say, I'll be back. I'll be in my box of shame.
In the box of shame.
Hey, Eric's back. Or you didn't want to be back.
Hello, all you people.
If you want, you may exit again, fine sir.
I'll hang out for a minute, say introductions, and then I'll disappear again and play and take care of chat.
Oh, I was going to do a rather loose, informal introduction. Like, I'm Sean with Blue Ridge Silverhound. You guys know me as Sean from Blue Ridge Silverhound. We have Shay with Mantic Coins in the house. We have Paula Bloom,
Hello.
the female coin expert extraordinaire. We have Eric with Blues Coins, kind of the jack of all trades. We have Mr. Jeff Stanley. Check out his channel, Jeff Stanley Coins and Octane. If you're a nickel lover, then you might like his stuff. And then we have Mr. Coin Dragon in the house as well.
Good evening.
Hey, that's the group tonight.
And we have Ida and Cindy.
Who's the A-B chick?
Our fantastic mods, A and B chick. That's my daughter, Bethany. Hello, Bethany.
You bite your tongue, Frank.
Thanks for coming to play.
Pointers. Thanks, Seaman.
Hey, Jason. Welcome.
Welcome.
All right,
everybody.
Everybody say hi to Seamus. He's going to be joining us soon.
Hey,
Right?
Seamus.
Awesome. Right, Carl?
Seamus. Cindy.
Yeah, Seamus will be able to join in on the administrative community meetings. He's been looking forward to that.
Bring coffee.
That's right. We'll give you your tax forms and all of your HR material, and we'll send that to you in the mail.
Wait, what?
Paula, that's your job as the administrative coordinator.
Oh, jeez.
Make sure you bring donuts and coffee.
Don't forget the team member handbook. You know, it's about 800 pages long.
Okay.
The one that says all work and no play make. Oh, never mind.
The one that says send all complaints to sales at Magic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Run, Seamus, run. Don't look back.
For all your hard work.
Yeah, Seamus is going to use this as a sleep shirt.
Which we still have T-shirts left, long sleeve and short sleeve, a few select sizes, and hats. So if you guys feel so inclined to support the show in that way, you can go to livecoinqa.com.
I don't have my shirt on.
What the heck?
Yeah, it's apparent.
As long as you have a shirt.
Yeah. Thank God you have a shirt.
Yes.
Onesies? Oh, what a good idea.
America.
Get those big ones that you wrap around you, and they're all like cover your whole body. Those make great Christmas gifts.
Yeah, with that little bun in the oven Bethany has, she'll enjoy the
It's a chicken. It's a chicken.
A little chicken. All right. So what's going to be the marquee topic of the night? And we have to make it a good one because we haven't done one of these in 2 weeks.
I don't know. You're the boss.
Let's go ahead and talk about the sorry state of affairs in today's American cinema.
Silver.
No?
Because nobody else is talking about that, so we might as well.
No, we're a coin channel. We don't talk about movies.
Only the top.
Oh.
I've really enjoyed a series called Outlander lately. It's really good.
Outlander? Yeah, I've heard of that. Not too bad. I mean, does anybody have movie theaters open where they're at?
I have
No,
Netflix.
but I
Netflix.
got coins to search
They're
thanks
open.
to Lauren.
Whole box.
I have HBO Max on a man cave. That's my theater.
We got Donna here, America Silver Patriot, Papa
What's up, America?
Frank, Ida, Jason
Michigan
Johnson.
Corn Show, Cindelicious.
Yeah,
Oh, Frank, all right.
yeah.
I recognize Jason Johnson. Adam
You know who I
Cheever.
did get to meet at the Corn Show?
Packer.
Robert Not a Troll was there.
You got to meet him?
I did.
Nice.
It was awesome. Yeah.
Oh, was this at the show?
Yeah, the Houston Coin Show, Houston Money Show. Mhm.
Oh, there you go. Hey, why don't you talk about your experience at the coin show? What was it? Better attendance than expected, or the story?
Yeah, so on Friday it was bustling. I mean, I think there were only maybe 3 tables that weren't attended by dealers. I guess they didn't show up for some reason or another. But I mean, there are literally over 100 tables otherwise full of stuff. And there were people coming through all day long. It was busy. Saturday, it was the weirdest thing I didn't expect, but more than half the dealers were gone by 1 o'clock. Just gone. And I don't think it's because they sold out of coins, but I guess they just wanted to go home. Apparently, they had been there since Thursday to set up, and they had like a dealer exchange, and so then there was Friday, full day, really busy, like I said, and then Saturday they just kind of cut out after half a day. I left at 1:30, maybe 2 o'clock. I left at 2, and there was only like 20 tables left. It was really strange.
Surreal.
And a couple of guys did like they're like, no, I don't want. I like, could I look through that stuff? No, I'm gonna leave. Okay.
Now, was the show all the way up till Saturday, or was there a Sunday as well?
Yeah, it was supposed to go till Saturday at 5.
Oh, so it's okay. So
And there was
were a
even an
lot of
auction that was supposed to end afterwards. So
Yeah.
but I didn't attend the auction. It was early half cents. I figured I wouldn't be able to afford that stuff. I did get lots of good cherry picks and a couple rolls of silver constitutional, and it was good. It was good.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And you got my 97.
Oh yeah, I got her 97 SMS nickel.
Woohoo.
See, she does buy nickels, guys.
I do. Don't tell anyone. You're going to ruin my
Oh, is that-
reputation.
Is that the one from the coin and currency set?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, the 94 and the 97. Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Highly underrated, might I add. Although I don't think
I
it's
think
gonna
it
be
has
like
been
that
for a while.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The set itself, too, it's always
Yeah.
been expensive.
Well, I got the 94 a while ago, and I've been looking for the 97. And Shay found one for me at the coin show because they don't come up very often. And then the very next day,
No,
I
they
found
don't.
one on eBay.
They do not come up.
No.
Barely
No.
any.
Not
Mm-mm.
singles.
Nope.
Oh, Shay took off. No, I'm just kidding.
Shay muted himself.
Yeah, well, I wanted to ask Shay. So you said you bought some silver, some constitutional silver. When was the show? Last weekend?
It was the 19th.
Okay. So as you guys know, there's this crazy run up in silver right now for whatever reason. Did you end up paying the crazy premiums for those, or you were right before all of the Reddit?
No, I got them. I got them at spot,
Okay,
which was
cool.
like 24 at the time. So
Yeah, the entire commodities market and crypto and all that stuff is crazy. And for all you GameStop investors out there that got in long time before and made millions of dollars, good one. Because I didn't see that coming. don't think anybody did.
My son-in-law got 300.
I made 65
Man, it
cents
got
the other day.
Yeah, yeah. I wish.
Time to
I just
retire.
looking at the screen, everyone was staring at each other.
I almost
Yeah,
said,
everybody's like,
I suppose that now that I searched those silver rolls that I bought, I could just turn around and sell them for a little bit of profit, take the profit, and go buy some more in a couple of weeks when the price of silver goes down again.
no, just hold on to them.
Yeah.
This
be a
is all
couple
very smoke and mirrory.
That's the thing to do, man. Go right now. Take your junky Morgans that you have that aren't very good. Sell them and buy better ones.
Yeah. There you go.
Improve your collection.
Yep, I'm gonna bin these.
Yeah, all my searched rolls of Rosies and Mercs and 40%ers. I guess I should go ahead and sell all that stuff.
And I'm going to give Michael Kittle credit for that because that's where I heard that. And it was genius. That's a great idea.
I probably get a jar of dimes and quarters and stuff.
Just check them for VAMs first. Good VAMs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You know, it's,
always.
it's funny because I was kind of like, man, silver's like way up right now. So I went through my collection. Yeah, I got like 5 ounces of silver.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think I'll just hang on to this for a while.
Yeah, because once you sell America, good luck trying to get some of it back somewhere.
Most shops, Matthew, will buy your silver at a greatly reduced amount. I wouldn't even expect spot at this point. So
Yeah.
No.
I mean, your best bet if you're trying to take advantage of the prices of silver right now, at where it's at, without having to be at the mercy of a dealer, selling it private party is going to be your only bet. It's going to be your only option at this point.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of FOMO going around right now. I guess I don't know if Adam is in chat, but he has a roll, and I can't even believe I'm seeing this. He has a roll of just scrappy Mercury dimes on Facebook as a regular kind of like auction on there. And it's one roll. It's $5 face. It's up to like $120 or something like that. Crazy.
Yeah. Good.
And I was telling Paula, I'm like, yeah, it was like December when I bought a roll for $75.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, I bought those 5-ounce America Samoa ATBs for $90, and I checked eBay, and they've been binning for $230.
Oh, geez.
So yeah, I'm gonna dump those and buy some stuff I really want.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you what, though.
That would be a wise idea.
Adam Chambers puts up some eye candy. Every once in a while, I see something on there that, oh man.
He's the undisputed king of cherry picking Franklin half dollars.
Yeah.
I gotta give it to him. That's
He's not allowed to send us Franklin $half pictures anymore.
right.
no bugs.
Yeah.
710 is oil upside down. Asks, when should I sell all my silver?
You should sell it if you need the money.
Mhm.
Well, and I would say don't sell all your silver in one swoop, but that's just me personally. I sell in I sell portions of it. I still like to hold silver no matter what.
Yeah.
SHTF.
It's a precious
Well,
metal.
I think that if you need to sell it now. Don't wait and hang on hoping that it's going to go skyrocket. A bird in the hand.
Well, if I had sold all mine at the last jump, I wouldn't get to take as much opportunity at this jump.
Right. Brian Hooper.
Hooper.
There is a lot of artificial scarcity right now. Just talk to any dealer that or some of you probably received a the emails through like AppMex or maybe
Yeah.
a notification from Modern Coin Mart and some of the other places. There's some artificial scarcity going on right now for like no reason whatsoever, and that's only for the physical stuff. So if you're dealing in ETFs, you wouldn't worry about it. You're simply trading at it, whatever the price is.
Yeah, when weird market stuff happens, they start locking down. I mean, they did that back in March, right after I bought that load, and then they've done it a few times since.
Yeah, it's crazy. I guess that makes all my collectible silver just worth silver.
Right?
It gets to a point where you're $40 silver coin is still worth $7 or $40. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it makes you want to decide whether you want to pay such a high premium for coins. You can go to AppMex and get them a few dollars over spot. Sometimes you can catch deals around the internet for spot. I like those deals. Getting a high quality known name to get your coins from is always important. Because no matter how much you own, if it's fake, it's worth zero. So.
Or if you get the silver plate over copper rounds. Oh yeah. It's worth about $3.
Yeah.
If that.
Well, those fakes will be flooding the market here at some point. Because of the high price of silver too. So.
Yeah. So the real question is this a ceiling or is it a glass ceiling? Because you just never know. There's a lot of speculation right now. There's a lot of pump and dumps, is what I like to call it, in the market, not just for PMs, but all over the place. Stock market, crypto.
Some people have been saying silver is cheap relative to gold. America mentions it in there, and it's interesting. That hasn't always proved to show the swing in the market. It's been like that for quite some time. It's telling. So a lot of people use that as evidence that silver is underpriced as it is and will keep going up. But the way the markets are manipulated, I don't know if that'll happen that way. But we'll see.
Well, you don't know what's the real perception when it comes to the market because everything is just so all over the place.
Yeah. And like a lot of these lately, there's been like if you go to Reddit and stuff, there's a whole bunch of people that are jumping into certain stocks for certain reasons. And I'll let you guys do your research on that.
You guys
I've been
inflating it. There's been things like, hey, let's all go buy this terrible stock or this not so great stock, so that all the people short on it are going to lose a lot of money. And so how long can something like that go on for? How long can you sustain a crowd of people and crowd buying? And if they start losing money or whatnot, and it's not going to turn out real well. But some people win, some people won't. And I don't know if that's a thing now, market moving through crowdfunding of some sort or crowd buying. I don't know what you would call it. I'm sure there's some new words that'll come out. But short
raiders.
Short term.
Spend your money on errors and varieties so that our collections will have more value. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Come on, make the value of my collection raise. Go buy some errors and varieties.
No comment.
Diversify and yeah.
Yeah, you see,
time for emails.
She's like, okay, time for emails. This is boring. Really? Is that what it's going to take to appease you, Ida?
Thank you for keeping us on track, Ida.
Yes.
Let's talk coins.
Let's do it.
Everybody wants the moon now.
Yeah. Let's go for the moon.
Jeff, are you ready or should I go ahead and start?
Yeah, I've got my first set ready. Let me just switch over.
Coinzilla, only 5 shares though. To the moon, baby.
That's like me. Yeah.
A kilometer at a time.
You want me to read? I'll read. I received these 2 coins at the same time, if you can believe that, this is from Danielle, from my local town store and change. I wouldn't have known what to look for if it wasn't for Sean. Blue Ridge Silverhound. Good job, Sean. I'm hoping I did you proud and found the right one. Oh, and I'm happy to say I'm a few months into learning about coins, and I've learned so much from you all. Thank you. Well, actually, everything I know is all from wonderful people like you. I know it may take a little time to respond back. It's really great. It's a really great thing you all do for all of us newbies. That's why we're here. I'm in no hurry. I have lots of videos to keep learning from. Thank you.
Thanks, Danielle.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
And let me go ahead and make sure you go back and watch some of Ken's videos, because that is where a lot of us learned stuff. Ken's stuff is still out there, and it is wonderful.
And we'll be out there for a long time to come if we have anything to say.
So what we're looking at, it's a pair of nickels, and we're thinking these might be black beauties, which is improperly annealed. That's basically it's a plancha that's been cooked too long in the annealing oven, and that's we've got a good view of the side there, where we've got definitely some color differences. I didn't get the year on it.
Darn it, Hank, you burned the nickels again.
For those of you who don't, in the late 50s, they had something going on at the Mint with the annealing process, where they were overcooking them. 1959 seems to be a big year for these. So,
Oh man, they're doing it now too on the quarters.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, buddy.
Yeah, Danielle in chat said it's a 59. The other one.
That one's here. I will say this: we kind of went back and forth with pictures, and we got some different pictures, and something I've found taking pictures of these things over and over. And keep in mind, I do a lot of photography with these things. I have yet to find the secret sauce for getting proper pictures of a Black Beauty. It is really tough.
So I did read somewhere, Jeff, you might know more about, I don't claim to know a lot about these, but I did read an article that Ken Potter put out about one of the ways, a good way to tell is that even though the rim is the edge of the coin, the rim of the coin is dark also, that you can usually see ejection scrapes.
Okay.
Where that annealing, that darkness will come off as it's ejected from the collar, from the coining chamber.
Really? This would be on the edge? I haven't heard about that part.
Yeah.
Seems a foul.
So yeah. I almost think I see it on that.
Like kind of some of those little, like some of these little marks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But the edge is one of the diagnostics, right?
Yeah.
In dark color.
And then luster. It needs to have luster, right, Jeff?
It needs to be on all 3 sides of the coin, and I'm counting the rim as one of the sides.
The edge, yeah.
And it's the color you're looking for is, let's see if I can find one of the better ones. This is a good example right here. You're looking for that dark color, but what's important to keep in mind is you're not going to find this on like a coin that's grading BF or even XF. You still want lots of luster hooking through, and it needs to be that dark color. It's going to be a gunmetal. It could be an almost carbon black color, but you're still going to have that color coming through. The luster coming through. That's the other diagnostic. The dark nickels that you see, where they're kind of like a rusty red with no luster, or the like a brown or like a matte black color. Those are going to be environmentally damaged. This is a little different. This is where that color is more or less baked on to the surface of the nickel, and you still have luster from the strike that comes through. That's the big difference.
Kind of
So
like
you
powder
still
coat.
get a cartwheel shine from it.
Right.
You can also get them where they have copper patches
Yes. The later ones seem to have those.
from the copper migrating to the surface. Yeah.
Right. And I got one. The later ones, if you go out there and look, and there's actually a few that are on eBay right now that are modern that have the color. And I like those. Actually, I kind of like those better. Those are really interesting looking. They have those will be not listed as Black Beauty, but they'll be listed as improperly annealed planchets. And don't have that. Oh, wait, here it is.
And I'm going to put a link up for everybody in the chat. Ken Potter actually did or Mike Diamond, I think it was, did a article in Erroref on these.
Hey, Jeff,
Mike
48 State Prospecting asks, what temperature do they bake these at?
Oh, gosh.
And what makes them black? You've talked about it quite a few times, but
I don't know if it's the temperature. I think it's more of a time thing. Is the way I understand it. I could be very wrong about that. Do you know any of that, Paula? Honestly, I don't know.
I think it is, the duration in which the coins are in the annealing process.
Well, there's a number of variables, right? How long, and then whether it's cooled quickly or not, and with the
it says how depending on how long the blank sits in the annealer, whether it's exposed to oxidizing conditions, various reactions can occur. So
the chemical reaction of what you're seeing, the dark color comes from they've described it as the oxygen. Or excuse me, the copper ion, the copper atoms are aligning on the surface of the coin as a result of the heat. That's why the new modern ones, they actually have that copper color, because you've got you have copper almost coming out of the alloy on the surface of that coin. So you're seeing more of the color of that, the copper, as opposed to the nickel color. But to these coins here in particular, it's a little hard to tell. I would say from this picture here on the side, I'm inclined to believe that we probably have, if that is the 59 right there, I would say that is more than likely the Black Beauty. So
it's a copper core as opposed to an alloy, though, right?
Do we have a version, a reverse picture of the 59?
Let's see.
Wonder if anybody's ever cut one of those in half.
Frank.
What?
We've got that one as comparison. It's like I said, it is so hard to get pictures of these things and get them to show through.
Is that wrong, or were older nickels an alloy, or just the war nickels were an alloy?
Leave that
others
picture there for a minute.
Now the nickels are the same. They're still the same mix, or the same alloy mix from 1865 when they started with the 3-cent nickel.
I thought it was a copper core.
No, they're 20. No, they're not a sandwich. It's 75 75 mix of nickel and copper, with copper being 75. And then the war nickels, they added, of course, the silver.
Yeah, I knew the war nickels were an
trace of manganese. So that's it in a nutshell. I know I've got a video on my channel. It sounds like Sean, you did one.
I have not.
Yeah,
Not.
it's been a while. Yeah.
This is it is in the Jefferson nickel groups. It is a highly debated. Now, I wouldn't say it's a debate. It's something that comes up quite often, and we do a lot of diagnostics, and it's we'll have the usual suspects. We have people presenting environmentally damaged coins, but I'm inclined to believe that 59 right there might be the real deal. I reserve the right to be wrong because it's one of these things that I really like to see those in hand to really diagnose those.
Yeah. The hazing on that 59. One of the pit.
That's a great picture right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the pick of the 59 on the reverse showed some hazing on it.
Right here.
No.
We have a couple of interesting questions in chat as well.
Oh, let's check those out.
Yeah, it was one of those pictures where they had the two coins together, but they were right side up.
Chief Stacker asked if it's the sheets of metal. No, these are the actual blanks. They've already been blanked out, and they are in the annealing oven to soften up prior to being struck.
But these are all just Philly. Is that correct? Like, there's no recorded Black Beauties for Denver and San Francisco coins?
Yeah. And I don't know if I've seen any San Franciscos. These are going to, of course, at the time, San Francisco wasn't making any.
And Jim's ready to cut one open to see if it was worthwhile to look inside.
And Danielle, I'd rather we be overloaded with pictures than not have enough. Yours were fantastic. You got the edge in there and everything. I mean, I'm not sure if that was your first picture set you've submitted, but you did fantastic.
I think that's as good as you could possibly do. The cool thing is she submitted the photos with a comparison point that is not Black Beauty, and you could see the difference. Like on this image set that you have here, the reverses, you could totally tell which is one and the other. The big thing that makes this a challenge is lighting. So when the light balances off, the coins will appear to be the same color. In this case, you showed a little bit of restraint on your lighting, which is good.
Yeah.
Which is rare because usually you want some of that indirect light on your coin to show the luster and the surfaces and everything like that. In this particular case, it worked out just well. Yeah, 710. The weight would still be the same. There's no variance in the weight.
Yeah, that would be what, 5.0 grams?
Mm-hmm.
5 grams.
5 grams.
Yeah, if I were to have somebody pick one out, Don and Mac, it would be Jeff. I'd send him an email and say, "Hey, can you get me one of these?"
Hey, if you're really interested in the I hate to promote another group, but the Jefferson Nickel group on Facebook. I mean, we love them. We love to see them come across, and we love getting on there and arguing about them. It's funny. It's a good group of guys. It's a good group.
It's not arguing. It's constructive criticism.
Yeah,
I'm not in that group. Yeah, if you want to go in a group and you don't want me to answer your questions, go to the Jefferson Nickel group.
Show me your money. Our ring's here.
Yeah.
Start now.
yeah. It's a Paula-free zone, everybody.
It's a Paula-free zone. Indeed, it is.
All right.
Good silence it is.
Yeah. So who wants to look at some copper?
Me.
You.
Get to the
All right.
copper.
All right, let's go to some copper here. Let me figure out how to operate this thing. But thank you, Danielle. We appreciate it. I hope we've answered your questions, and you did good with the pictures.
I concur.
All right, we got one from Laura. Hi, thank you for your time. I have 3 unusual coins I found in the very first purchase of a 4-roll Lincoln Wheat and wondering if they were mint errors. FYI, I never thought to search coin rolls until your video. Only search pocket change until now. First coin is a 1919 Lincoln Wheat cent, 57. And 44.
Good year.
Holy crap. Everything's starting to look blurry. Ooh.
Ouch.
Ouch.
That one is going to be La Damage.
Somebody cut that.
Yeah.
That's a slasher movie.
Yeah, that one received a lot of love.
From Jason Voorhees.
Freaking Wolverine.
It's a 57. Looks like it might have a little bit of a cleaning
Cleaning.
to it.
Kerpoof.
And 44.
Also damaged.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the Crystal Lake variety.
Mm-hmm. Too bad. It looks like it's got a double eyelid too.
Or maybe the electrical box variety.
Maybe.
Or the flat blade screwdriver variety.
Stevens. Oh, poor Danny. So these coins are a perfect example of why it's important to learn the minting process. A good, solid understanding of how coins are minted would tell you when you come across something like this that this can't happen during the minting process. So you would be able to eliminate a lot. Now that has a little lamination on the back there.
Yeah. No, I think that's the 57 right there.
Hey.
That
But
surface
it's
matches
also-
up. That
Also been scrubbed.
Yeah, now we're cooking with gas here, though.
How come that,
yeah.
how come that lamination looks like letters?
It does, doesn't it?
Oh,
It says get up.
So there's something good on that one.
Yeah. Too bad it was scrubbed. Don't clean your coins. I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
saying you did. I'm saying somebody did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still to have a lamination, that's a good example. You can often find these, and they'll often be with the improper alloy mix, or you might see them with woody looking coins or like a wood grain. They're often in the same batch.
Dying
Yeah,
for
very
50.
cool. I would put that in a flip and keep it for your collection. That's what I would do.
Yeah, for sure.
Ken used to describe lamination peels as like a peeling cuticle on your finger. Has a very similar appearance to a bad peeling cuticle.
Mm-hmm.
Every single finger just hurt when you said that.
oh.
I know it does.
Hey, can you show
Good
that?
examples of that, Paula.
I have a couple too.
Show which one, check?
The first one with the it's kind of it's damaged. It's like the sword fight one. With
Cut.
the-
19.
The sword fight
Yeah.
variety.
All right, so some people might think that this is a clipped planchet, but the telltale signs are, right there at the clip. That you want the inside of that edge to sort of curl out and taper out, and this one's obviously been cut just right across. And then the opposite of the clip, you want to usually, like most of the time, not always, but most of the time, there's something called Blakesley effect. The Blakesley effect is that on the opposite side of that, you'll have some depression on the rim, and it's a little flattened. So it's a couple of things to look out for. So I know some shops will sell a clipped planchet, and you want to know how to diagnose whether it's a true clipped planchet or not. And there's different types, so make sure you check ARF and take a look-see through them. But that
Most of the time, if you can take a coin and replicate it that what you're seeing on that coin in your garage, it's not a minting error. So
Yeah, this one right here, somebody got a hold of a hacksaw and they tried to, not quite, got it.
it kind of reminds me of what Chad CFA did a couple weeks ago. He has a video, Coins for Amateurs, of him trying to replicate a clipped planchet. So that he may have thrown that one back into circulation.
I'll blame Chad.
Nothing like some snips, wire snips.
And watch out, you guys, because faked errors are becoming kind of more of a thing nowadays. So,
A professional thing.
Yeah. My best advice always, you guys have been here before and heard me say it over and over, learn the minting process. American Numismatic Association has a YouTube channel, and they have a really good video on the minting process. I think PCGS, or not PCGS, the US Mint also has some videos out on the minting process. Check them out. They're out there.
Good Lord.
I have one too that I did long time ago with Jeffrey Schumar. But it's old.
Yep. All right. I've got one more and that'll finish my setup, Shay, unless you want me to.
Oh, I'm ready when you are. Yep.
Go ahead and do yours and then I'll insert mine a little later when you're ready to take a break.
Okay.
All right. I did want to show, I finally found it. Get back over here to my.
I love it.
Let's see if it'll show up. This is my improperly annealed planchet that I just got. And you can see that little splash of copper.
I've got one like that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh la la.
Yeah, that was a minor one. Now the ones where they're almost all copper, they command a little bit more of a premium. But yeah, that was a nice little pickup. Just so I have an example of one.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And you guys can also read through error-ref.com. If when you have time, go to that website and just read everything on that page. There's a lot of missing information, but there's a lot of great information on that too.
Anyone who wants to go for it, reading this one?
I got it from Junior regarding 64D quad diaverse. Interesting. This submission's a little different. Instead of wondering what my coin is, I'm wondering, should I have it graded? My coin is a 93p Lincoln Memorial cent with a large cut. Not only that, it has a floating die clash. Refer to Mad Die Clash. Wait a minute. Quadruple FTC 193001.
Yes.
Floating die clashes are rare according to my research. Only 6 coins have this error, but not that well known. I have never heard of this error, and I've watched hours of YouTuber videos. I'm going to sell this coin and want to get the most bang for my cent. Clever. With the floating die clash not that well known, I think grading would help authenticate what it is. I also think this coin is appealing to a few different collectors. Cut collectors, die clash collectors, godless coin collectors. Not to mention the coin is in very good shape, considering it was found at the bottom of a $50 penny bag. Something behind Mantic's thing there machine. Anyways, thanks for y'all's opinion.
You're welcome.
That was weird. It came out like 64D quad diaverse, and I'm like, wait a minute, isn't that a half dollar?
Who just fell off your chair?
Shay.
Oh, that was me dropping a slab.
Ooh, that hurt.
Oh yeah. I totally screwed up the reference. Yeah.
Okay. I thought I was really losing my mind there for a minute. Okay.
Yeah, that's not the only screw up I did this week, folks. So I'm on a roll.
And that is indeed that Floating die clash.
Floating die clash.
Yes, and it's a nice one.
Is that? No, that's not the one I'm thinking of. Wow, that's huge.
So I can share my screen and show you his exact listed coin. Hang on.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And
Jeez.
how do these
If now, you won't hear me say this a lot, but if that was my coin, I would have it graded. Just saying.
Yeah, I would say that's probably one of the few instances where you would.
Yeah.
Nice seeing one there.
So, Sean, if you want to pull that up down at the bottom, that's his exact coin down there. I mean, I don't know if it's the exact coin, but it's a match. And that's a fantastic.
Well,
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Gorgeous coin.
So, and I love that he
Cool.
looked it up and found it, and oh my gosh, hello.
And what causes these monstrosities?
The cud? A cud is a break in the die that happens at the rim juncture, the design rim, rim gutter of the die. That portion of the die will break away, and cuds are always at the rim, at the design rim. And this is a monster of a one.
Massive.
A big one, and
Almost.
I can't believe this. They let this die go this long. The only thing I can think is that it was a catastrophic failure that just
Like boom,
yeah.
literally.
Yeah. What I'm wondering is if it's listed anywhere on like Cuds on Coins. Well, I know this would be listed on Cuds on Coins, I'm sure. But if there's any progression as far as like pre-cuds that would match it, or if this was just like just completely failed.
It kind of looked like a thumbprint.
It's very cool. It's raised for sure, but
I've never seen one shaped like that.
so let's see
Yeah.
if we can find it on Cuds.
That thing is kind of awesome looking.
It's very awesome looking. I'm sure it's on here, but it may not be. I mean, I can't imagine there would be a whole lot of them.
That's never going to heal if you don't stop picking it.
It's never going to heal if you don't quit picking it. 93.
01R. Yep. 01R. Here, I'll put the page.
Yep.
And then you can scroll down to, or just do a find on this one.
Yeah, so there's at least been 2 of them. Let's check and see. Does it say anything about it? Does it has the die clash listed?
It does.
So
Yeah.
the one on Cuds on Coins may be the exact coin that's listed on Mad Die Clashes.
Nicely done.
Very cool.
That thing is pretty easy to spot. And you say he found it in a $50 bag of pennies, right?
So do you see
Yeah.
whose images those are on Cuds on Coins? Fred Weinberg's. So I imagine this coin probably has a pretty little premium attached to it. Very cool.
Yeah. 1993, Ida.
Very, very cool. 1993p, yeah.
All right, so I think it was general consensus that you should get it graded. We all think the same thing.
If it was my coin, I would.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah, I think that's a good grading candidate right there, just for what it is.
Yeah. I would check with Annex will do it for sure. I would check with PCGS and NGC to see. I don't know about submitting errors to them.
And whether they would actually put the designation from Cut Zone Coins with the die clash on there.
Right.
To,
Right.
Not to mention it's a zinc too, so you're going to want to preserve that.
Yeah, Annex will for sure, and it's also your cheapest way. But I know with a lot of collectors say that Annex slabs don't have the premium attached to PCGS slabs and stuff. I understand that, but I don't think with this particular coin you would have a problem.
They're the best ones for minor varieties. If you have minor varieties,
They will, Lucky Duck. Okay. Yeah, that's gotta go.
okay, that's
Okay.
somebody needs to go. Thank
Yep.
you.
I tried.
What happened with Lucky Duck?
Oh,
What happened with Lucky Duck? Somebody deleted Lucky Duck.
Unhide user. There we
Yeah.
go. Somebody accidentally got it. There we go.
Thank you.
sorry, I was sleeping over here.
Oh,
I
you're
said,
fine.
someone beat me to it.
Yeah, sorry about the clown show, everybody. We're back.
It's okay. There's some other people that are streaming right now that probably their people in their chats are probably not happy that we're streaming right now. So we may get some troll action. It's
Hey.
okay.
Hey,
All right, we got the
Jack
next.
Kent always said, "Trolls are views."
Yes, thank you for that interaction.
Kevin, nonsense is nonsense. 1964 Washington quarter. I think this is a DDO1, but I'm not totally sure. Please let me know. And I don't have the pictures loaded, of course. So give me
I gotta say, I love that name.
5 seconds.
Kevin Nonsense is nonsense. I love that.
And
It's-
Kevin did provide a good number of images. Let's wait for just a second while the 32 images load. 43, excuse me.
What's that? 60.
43 images.
Yeah.
Do we need 43 of them?
We might. We might.
Well, it's a prime number. So.
I'm going to start with this one because this is
Go grab your coffees.
the one that kind of shows a big part of the doubling on this one.
Ooh.
You know, I don't see anything there. Nothing there.
No.
Nothing there. Hmm. Maybe on that T. Let's see. Where did I start?
Oh, this was the one. I remember seeing that little bit on the
Kind of
Y.
looks like a little die gouge or something.
Yeah.
It's the 64p.
Yes. I'm thinking DDO5 FS101, but you guys
Well, it's
stick
not
with it.
one, right? Because one's on a proof.
No, it's,
Is it a proof?
FS101. DDO1 is not, it's like removed from a listing.
On Wexler's. I'm looking at Wexler.
Oh, you're looking at Wexler?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's one. I think it's DDO5, but you guys cross-check for me because there were no pickup points
On Wexler's or on?
No, on Variety Vista.
Oh,
We have a picture of the ribbon.
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Let's see.
If I remember the picture said I looked and didn't see it on the ribbon.
well,
It
I
is
know that
actually on the
Wexler doesn't have this listed as a proof, but it sure looks like a proof. Maybe it's not.
Right there. We got some doubling on that. Just
Oh, there
on
it is.
the left
Okay.
side.
Where?
And then there's more on the little bit on the date. But I think what we want to look at is
Oh, look at the Leg in the R.
Yep. Actually, you want to look at the top of the right side of the U and the downward point of the S there, and the pointing up part of the S.
You're thinking 5?
Yeah. A little on that T. So we've got it in trust and the ribbon and the initials.
I don't know. I'm not seeing.
Inside loop of the 9 and date. Is there anything there?
Let me see if I got a picture of the 9.
Inside top loop.
Oh, there's the G matches as well on that maybe a die gouge or something up there.
On the 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so.
Let's see. We're looking for a 9.
Something sticking out at 9 o'clock on the O too.
The initials definitely.
Show the picture of the cheek.
And there it is.
And there it is.
Great.
Sorry. I couldn't resist. It was set up perfectly.
I almost put my coffee out.
Free with every show.
Yeah, that's a good picture of the ribbon.
Now I see it. Okay.
So the initials,
The ribbon.
In God We Trust match, the ribbon match,
Just trust.
or just trust.
That's really pretty cool.
Did you look at the first T in trust? And
I saw that, Ida.
Let's look at that.
Just kidding.
Sorry, I got 43 pictures to.
Because I'm not seeing it at the bottom of the T.
Let me see.
See if I have a straight on picture of that one.
43 pictures. We needed
Bottom of the
44.
G on that one.
I'll be quiet now.
And back to the chat. Let's see here.
And the bottom of the T has that curve.
Should have a slope at the bottom.
Seamus, I'd expect no less from a Navy guy.
I don't know.
Looks good to me.
That's a better picture right there.
Did anybody post a link?
That's a better picture right there. I will. I'm clicking away over here.
Clickety click click clicker.
Clickety click.
There it is.
There you go.
Yeah, beat you to it, Paula.
It's pretty slight on trust, I have to admit. I think the
Not on my chat, you didn't, Blue.
Oh,
No,
darn it. I just went to live chat. Now I'm second.
I'll keep it to live chat.
hit F5 and stay live.
It's just really hard to see things when,
Oh, there's that 9. Here we go.
when there's glare.
Looking for the inside of the top loop.
I am not big on quarters either, so Shay's more of the quarter guy.
In here? Because I don't see anything in there.
Yeah, I don't see anything in there.
Well, is that it right there?
I
don't know.
also defer to Shay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of there. Yep. It's there.
Who?
You can, it's just, it looks like it's gotten something on the surface rub or something, don't you think?
Almost.
You look at it from
Up
here.
right there.
That's
It doesn't matter. I mean, quarters, dimes, nickel, pennies. It's all doubling is doubling, but
That's like really minor.
It is. The ribbon's really good, and the initials, those are the bomb.
I'm not even sure who Seth Rogen is.
You've got to be talking about me.
There was something on the 1 too in the date that I noticed.
We're okay with caps, Lucky Duck. Don't worry about it. It doesn't bother us.
Let me see if I can find a 1. Oh no! I just dang it. Okay.
Okay.
Crash your set.
No, I loaded some old video software by accident. I clicked, and it takes like a minute and a half to open.
I have the same problem with some things. Yep.
And I've got like 32 gigabyte of memory, so it's.
I don't either, Native, but I don't look at enough quarters
All right,
to.
it's good.
I have half that. It's like even Cyberlink's like, no.
All right, let me grab the next thing real quick. We got an Adam Chambers email coming up.
Adam, who's Adam Chambers?
That guy.
Oh, thank God. It's not a Franklin.
Read it, Paula.
Adam Chambers regarding OBW roll finds. Good evening, panel. I was going through some OBW wheat rolls I bought off eBay last night and found 5 of these very rare RPMs 1956D 1mm-020. I reached out to Chuck and he did indeed say that they were scarce. He said they were so scarce he actually wanted one. Also, they are a pricey coin, not a cherry picker listed coin as of yet. Thank you. Well, I think since you sent us the question, you should send us, you should send me one.
No, you said us first.
Just saying.
No. Wow. I saw this post on Facebook too. This is really cool.
Oh, it's down there.
And yes, it's ridiculously rare.
Well, let's get to the mint mark, man.
It's like you missed, man.
Slightly.
Try again.
56D.
Well, luckily in the field that far, the it gets obliterated for the most part. But luckily for us.
Yeah, I imagine on well circulated coins or even later die state coins that probably is like all but gone.
Oh yeah. If it's a worn coin, yeah, you probably don't even see it. Or it'll look like doo-doo. Very cool.
Which one did he say it was?
20?
1mm-020, yeah, 020. On that's copper coin.
Oh,
Complete separation from the primary mint mark.
On the Chuck side of the game.
Kind of reminds me of that 1950 I got at the show.
I know, right?
there we go. FS 508.
He said it's not a cherry pickers, didn't he?
Pin the D on the A.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Yeah, RPM 8 is the cherry pickers one. This one's kind of like the more obscure brother to that one.
Yeah. Yeah, RP8. Yeah. Not that.
1956.
So this one is this is RPM 018 on Variety Vista.
RPM 0.
018, very bottom.
Yeah.
Is it a best of?
No,
How dare you?
Chuck's
it's
got a
D and D's separated south.
Frack me. Where am I?
indirect design transfer.
Okay. Yeah, there it is.
Oh my God, Shay, you had to say something. Now I just hit the stupid. I did it too.
Give me just.
Very weird.
I'll be right back.
Wow.
What's weird to me is on Variety Vista's photos, Stage B looks completely different than Stage C.
Yeah.
Like Stage B, you can see it like well.
That's hot.
Yeah, it's looking more like stage C to me.
I don't collect many RPMs, usually the big ones, and this is one I've been looking for.
That's very cool.
I liking it.
Very cool, Adam.
Yay.
My birthday's in August.
Winner,
Yeah.
winner, chicken dinner.
Winner, chicken dinner. I don't think I've ever looked for this one.
That'd be hard to see. My goodness.
It's on my mental Rolodex, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, yeah. My Rolodex
Yeah,
is
because
empty.
you would have to be like, not looking at the mint mark. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're getting in there looking for RPMs on specific dates.
Off axis.
Yeah, you would have to like pull back and not be looking directly at the mint mark.
Well, this is a different date because of RPM 8. Yeah, I always look at the field underneath the mid mark with a 56.
Well, I will now.
Yeah. Well, now you will.
Now I will.
Okay.
Oh, shut up, Frank.
Hey, if we have
He's not
Don't
here.
you start. Don't you start. Chris isn't here.
Sean, if we have some time at the end of the show, I'd sure like to show you guys a 1950 I picked up. 1950D.
Yes.
It's kind of
Absolutely.
a thing. All right, let's see. Next.
Coinzilla 6 was the FS 101, but is Wexler 105. They are the same.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Just in time.
Oh, did you guys hear that Screech passed away?
Yeah.
Yeah, we sure did.
Dude. No, I didn't.
Very sad. He was only 44. Sorry, I brought.
Damn.
I don't know why I brought that
Oh,
up.
that's cool. I mean, just wow.
Yeah. Very sad.
Saved by the Bell, kids.
Yeah. Very sad. Cancer sucks. Make sure you guys get over and check out Ida Herring's cancer. Her and Big T and Mama T, and they're doing a big cancer auction for the Susan G. Komen Foundation in March. So make sure you go over to Ida Herring's and get some information on that because it's super important. It's not just for breast cancer. So anyway, you're welcome, Ida.
From Ollie, drop letter, strike through reverse. I have this 1973 Denver BU Lincoln Cent with a strike through drop letter error that I found in a BU roll. I'm wondering if the grading companies will attribute such things and what the value of these type of error is. I have looked on eBay and Heritage and can't find info on coins similar to this. Thanks for your time.
Sorry, Seamus. I know. Paula Downer. Wah, wah.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Very cool.
Wow.
Can I have it? My birthday's in
Like-
August.
Oh my goodness, the
Why do you
luster
like-
and on this one. Oh my goodness. I
Yeah,
love it.
and it's right next to the D too, so which is amazing.
United.
Yes. So for those of you that don't know what we're looking at, that extra D under the T there is incuse on that coin, which means it's sunk in. So what happened is the D in United got filled up on the die. So on the die, anything that's raised up on a struck coin, on the die that strikes it will be sunk in, so it'll be incused, and that those devices get packed with grease and metal shavings and gunk and boogers and whatever. And sometimes that's where you'll get your grease filled die strikes, right? Your filled die strikes, where that on the coin will be, that device will be gone. You can't see it because it's filled. But when that filling falls out, sometimes it falls onto the next planchet, and it's so hard that that coin gets struck, when that planchet gets struck, it strikes that into the coin. So it sinks that device into the coin. And typically that filling falls out when the coin's ejected. So you just have the sunken device. But when you find these, they have to match a device on the coin. It has to match in pretty close in size and shape to a device on the coin. It can be from the other side of the coin, but it's not typically. Typically, it's from the same side of the coin on the same. So, makes sense? Okay.
Can you repeat that, Paula?
Nope.
For the people that are just coming in the chat.
En français, s'il te plaît.
I couldn't if I tried.
Yeah, you got to do it verbatim, by the way.
Verbatim. Okay, nope. But anyway, they're very, very cool. Very, very, very cool errors.
And they're particularly cool when it's on a BU coin. I usually see drop letters on pretty well-worn,
Yeah.
For
examples.
us guitar players, drop D means something totally different too.
This is a beautiful coin, by the way.
It really, the luster's amazing. Just one or two little carbon spots, but the coin is amazing.
I did say boogers can get in there. They can. Yeah.
Ooh, it's at Denver, too. Man,
Wait,
Denver,
wait a minute.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That makes it even better.
you don't see them screw up like that.
And you can probably, if you guys look for now, what I want you to do, here's your homework. 1973, take a look at this coin and look at that mint mark position, okay? If you can find a 1973 D with a missing D in United, where the D in United is like filled in, grease filled, where it'll be like kind of ghosted and missing or weak, that probably was, it could have been from this, the thing that caused this.
Yeah, check the other die markers.
Yeah.
Eddie Jams had a request to explain to new folks. Can you explain devices? And sure, devices are just anything that's on the coin, whether they be letters, design devices, privy marks, anything that's on the surface of the coin.
And the field is all the rest of the flat area.
Right.
Yeah.
And then anything where you've got like a face on the one side, that's going to be considered a portrait coin.
And a die is an exact negative of a coin. So if the devices on the coin are raised, they're incuse in the die. If they're incuse on the coin, they're raised on the die.
Mirror images.
What
I mean-
are you laughing at?
And these are bays. These are columns. This is a cornice. This is the base. These are plants. These are planters.
Art,
This
shut
is
up.
the attic. This is the attic up here. This is Lincoln. And what did Red think it was? Caboose.
He thought it was the caboose. It's the caboose. The little hobo inside the caboose.
I'll fix your little red caboose.
Coins to Painted Texan. He's got 2 sealed 1973 mint bags.
Ooh.
Oh, there you go. Now you know what to look for.
And those
Yeah.
mint bags are where you can find.
The 73D is such a boring date, too.
Yeah, it's nice and
Yeah,
quiet.
there ain't nothing going on the 73. It's heartbreaking.
James Eubanks.
I
Can
got
you
something
give
to
us a
look for.
lesson on the 1922 No D Lincoln?
Ooh.
I'm not gonna because I talk too much. Somebody else can do it.
You know D. Lincoln yet. Wait a minute. I don't see anything.
Beverly, there are some coins that have like a D and an S, or a D and a D, or there's dual mint marks on some coins. You can look them up at Wexler. He talks about some of them.
But you're not gonna find a P and a D.
No, I don't. I'm not aware of any.
Those will already be on the die. They're on the master.
Yeah.
The Phillies will be on the master.
Wait, did someone say master?
Except for master.
What'd you need?
A star.
Master.
A star. Now we're talking.
Well, you know what we need, Sean? James Eubanks was asking Sean a question. Sean, can you give him a lesson on the 1922 No D Lincoln?
I could, but I charge by the hour,
The check's in the mail.
and that might actually take an hour to explain. So the 1922 plain No D is a coin that was only produced at the Denver Mint. There were never any pieces produced at either the Philadelphia Mint, which some would say, well, Philadelphia minted coins during that era, or any Lincoln cent, has no physical P mint mark, so therefore it's a Philadelphia. And none of them were struck at San Francisco either. So what it was is that these coins were just dumpster fire coins during its day, as you would expect for the Great Depression age of coinage. A lot of the coins were so poorly struck. A lot of the coins had filled dies, and some would say that the 1922 Denver die did indeed have a filled D. Okay, and that's why you have certain variants of the coin with a weak D and a completely missing D. And to make matters even worse, and this is how much the Denver Mint did not care during the 20s, is that they retained the same die but changed the reverse dies. So you have a couple different die pairings. Okay, there's a strong reverse die, which it's so well struck, it looks great, and in comparison to a plain 22 obverse die, it seems like that there are two different dies from two different worlds. And then there's an also equally depressing crappy reverse die that they used. But there's 4 different reverse dies that were used, or not used, but different states, I guess. At least 2 different dies. I know that for sure.
Yeah, the 22 No D can actually be found on die pairing 1 on all 4 die pairings. PCGS and NGC only authenticates die pairing 2 as the No D, strong reverse.
Yes.
Annex will authenticate all 4 die pairings, but die pairing 1, 3, and 4 are classified as a weak D, regardless of the strength. So die pairing 2 is the big one.
It's the only one, right, with the no D?
No, there's actually a no D on all 4 die pairing.
I thought there was only one.
Yeah, die pairing number 2 is the most desirable because it's got the strongest reverse. And some would say that the obverse is as equally as strong. Not to the same level as reverse die, but as far as a presentation coin, that's the one you want.
Yeah. I just posted a link to Lincoln Cent Resources that talks about the 22D.
Yeah, you did a lot of study on that, right, Eric?
Yeah, I'm actually writing a blog on it. I started a blog on it.
Nice. Are you going to put that on our website?
That was the purpose of me writing it.
Woohoo!
Yeah, earlier before we went on stream, Eric had said that, oh, I don't even know why I'm here. And like, we know why you're here. You are a valued asset.
Absolutely.
Well, there was 7 panel members, and 7's a lot.
Yeah, 7's not a crowd, though. 17 is. Can you imagine a panel with 17 people on it?
Nope.
No, I've
Watching
seen.
we walk on each other.
Well, as long as there was still only one Paula, we might be okay.
Whoa! Ouch!
If you have Adriana in there, then no way.
Good Lord.
17 people on a stream. I call that Monday morning team meeting at work.
Oh,
Yeah, that big Lincoln Cent Memorial Wheatback Cent hoard I picked up beginning of the year. I actually almost found a complete roll of 22Ds in it.
Wow.
Wow.
Stuart P. 28.
Most of them came out to be die pairing 3 with a couple die pairing 4.
Oh, this was a good question. Geo Rock Nerd, will the grading companies attribute the dropped letter?
Sure, yes.
Yes, they
Yeah.
will. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both PCGS and GC will do it. You have to pay for the error attribution.
Yeah.
for
Right.
that. And I believe Annex does it as well.
Right.
And I'll say it again, twice in one night. If that was my coin, I would have that graded because that's a beautiful coin. Besides it having the drop letter,
We don't say that a whole lot on here. In fact, we try to talk you out of it because a lot of stuff that you see on Facebook are people wanting to grade coins that it's a nice coin, it's a good $10, $20 coin, but by the time you pay those grading fees, you've already exceeded the value of that coin. Those are nicer errors, and with that particular one right there, I think that's with as nice as that coin was with the luster and everything, that one might be worth sending in.
oh, I think it would definitely. I've seen those things go for good money.
Have you?
And it's a
so bad
73.
at pricing errors. I'm so bad at pricing them.
Yeah, they're going up. They're really gaining momentum. And it's a 73D, and those are tough to find with good strikes like that. And so, from my experience searching the 70s.
Yeah.
Well, that's 2 tonight, and we rarely say get it graded.
Yeah.
After 72, 70s or so.
I'm not spending your money. I'm just telling you what I would do if it was my coin.
And like Sean was saying, make sure you check the box where they charge you for the attribution for the error fee. So
Isn't it like an extra $18 on top of the regular submission fee? Is it? It's something.
I think it may be only 12. I think it depends. I remember seeing 12 somewhere. I don't know if that's Annex or that might be kind of the.
Or I think
runs
the error submission is a flat cost that's a little bit higher than the regular submission. It's when you get into varieties where you have to pay the normal cost and then the variety.
Attribution,
right?
yeah. If you don't know, if you know the variety or you know the error and they agree with that variety or that error, then you don't have to pay both fees. If you don't know what it is and they have to research it for you, then you have to pay like a research fee or an attribution fee, something like that. So,
Oh, you still got to pay a fee. It's just they
Yeah.
don't do the research for you.
And a quick little thing about drop letter coins like that Lincoln that we just saw. That is a tough thing to find on any coin. I've seen
it is a tough thing to find
Yeah,
out.
because normally people will look at they'll look at the date or they'll look at specific devices if they know that there's an RPM or they know that like why look at the reverse of a 94 Lincoln other than the DDR, right? The double columns or whatever. But a drop letter can occur anywhere on the coin, even on the rim, out of all places. So these I feel like it's an error that generally gets overlooked quite a lot.
Yes.
Because people don't want to spend the time to look at 100% of the coin.
Right. You're exactly right.
Yeah, it's an incredibly difficult error to find. I think the couple that I did find was just by chance, because maybe it was sitting in the field somewhere or was close enough to a design device that, that I was able to see it. But, again,
there
it's
was
an incredible find.
There was a great one not too long ago that the gal found, and it was a dropped S, and it was behind cent. So it looked like it said cents. It was very cool, and it was perfectly placed. I mean, it was
Is cool.
Yeah, it was amazing. Mm-hmm. They are very cool, but like I said, when you see because pareidolia is a real thing, and when you find something like that, it must match something on the coin, a device on the coin. So, yeah.
I did get a new coffee cup to help me through the streams.
Yay! I got a new coffee cup too from Joe Cronin. Very cool.
This thing is bigger than my head.
Oh my god! Well, you have
I thought it was just the angle, please.
That's how you do it.
His? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I thought he had the cup like way back here.
Yeah.
His cup.
It's the 55-gallon drum Ojava.
Oh, Java.
All right, I'll read this one from Stuart P.
2018 D half dollar. I found this 2018 D half dollar with a rim issue that involves the obverse and reverse. The two rims involved areas are directly across the coin from each other. The obverse appears pushed up by the 2 in the date by a semicircular, less obvious rim damage. The reverse damage significantly involves the LLAR of dollar and appears to be more intense damage with a portion of the reading pressed flat. How would you classify this as far as error or damage?
It's interesting that Stuart uses damage so many times in that paragraph and then asks if it's error or damage. Isn't
that makes me believe that he's leaning towards damage, but then
it's not damage.
But then wants to make sure he's not throwing something away.
So that is a partial collar error. That coin was not seated in the collar correct. And that is a partial collar error.
Well, okay, are you sure? Or is that damage? I'm looking at this and it looks like it took a hit on the edge. And it's not, with a partial color, it's kind of raised like a railroad. That's why they call it railroaded rims or edges.
No, I'm positive.
Okay.
Is there more pictures? That's a partial color. I'll pull a photo up.
Ring around the collar.
Pocket full of posies.
Wow, it looks like twisted too. Even the reeds. Don't everyone talk at once.
Trying to find a good photo here. I know I have one somewhere.
Oh.
That's not it.
Oh, Cindy called it, man. Look at that.
What?
Prince.
Oh,
Prince.
fingerprints? I didn't see it.
Oh, I saw it. I just wasn't going to say it.
Okay, here's one.
Yeah, be
Here's
careful.
one.
Prints are forever.
So this is on a nickel, so you're not going to have the reading, but I'll show you. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Whoops. I don't want Bradley Heights comment. Can you pull that up?
Oh, yeah.
Your railroad. Yep.
I can
Very cool.
but I was curious what Sean was saying though, what he was seeing on there that Sean? John?
Yes.
You there?
Yep.
What were you seeing on there now?
No, I don't know. I don't think I have enough vantage points of the coin there, or clear enough pictures to actually back up what I'm trying to say.
Of the whole coin.
Yeah.
So maybe who is that? Who sent that? Stuart?
Sure.
Oh, you're talking about that little U thing?
Yeah. What is that?
I'm not saying that there isn't. I mean, that could be damage. Also, that could be damage. I honestly, I don't know what caused that. I don't know if that's raised up on that portion or not. But that other side, I mean, you see it quite a bit on half dollars, and I mean, not quite a bit, but you do see it on half dollars and quarters. Yes, Seamus. So yeah, I agree that better picture would,
Yeah, a complete obverse and reverse photo, as clear as you can get it.
clear. Was that Stuart? Did we say? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Stuart, if you could send us a couple more better, like full obverse and reverse photos.
Well, yeah.
But
Maybe
I've
close
seen
up to the edge.
times. I've actually seen it where they've shown them in a roll when they've opened a roll, and you can see it like pure, plain as day. But
So we're going to hold this one over for better photos.
Yeah, I
if
think
he
so.
wants to, if he wants to send us more pictures of it, that'd be great.
We could do a little update for next week.
Do you want to read this one, Sean?
Can you make it big?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's my good friend Orgullo. I don't know how to pronounce that. We got possible RPM. Hi, Sean, and all at the Q&A panel. Last year, I won an auction on eBay. $19 half-dollar Benjamin Franklin 1963D. I'm bad trying to take pictures with myself, so I used a microscope. That's what I would have used. Hope pictures help you all to tell me if it's an RPM. I did check doubleddie.com, and it looks similar to WRPM 4, but doesn't have the scratch marks. In hand, looks pretty nice. Thank you all for the comments. And I would assume you're talking about the file lines, so we can match up some pickup points there. I like it. I think you have something.
Whoa.
Oh,
Superman letters.
That looks like MD.
Maybe
Yeah.
both.
That is an RPM. That looks like real doubling.
I think it's both.
This is an emotional roller coaster type coin right here. What do we got?
yeah. I went.
Oh my God.
So we looked at this coin for a long time and couldn't match up the RPM, first of all. There is one similar to it, but it doesn't match it. The little nub on the left, bottom left of that, the little extra metal thing right there, had us curious, but there's a lot of damage to that mint mark.
Yeah.
CC.
And with the MD on right above it on the L in the exact same direction, I mean, it had us all kind of, I mean, anyway.
Where was the Dublin on?
E pluribus sure looked like hobdoubling.
But we also looked at that and compared it to another one, and I think that photo is stretched a little.
See, I've been muted the whole time. Yeah. So see, so Frank, take a look at this. Look at this, and then we'll go back to that one, the distorted one. Because that's the first thing I saw. I was like, whoa!
Yeah, it's swoops.
Dots!
Yeah, swoops and jelly beans.
But when I looked at this, I was like, oh, well, there must be distortion. I mean, you got a little bit of an oval here, but
it does kind of look like you're looking at it on an angle.
Whoops, there.
Yeah, that's monstrous.
See how much a picture can change if you
The U, especially in pluribus.
And
unum.
But I did look, and I didn't see any listings. Looks like damage.
Freaky MD.
I mean, there's it looks like a lot of damage to that mint mark.
But I am intrigued by that for sure.
Yeah, that was the one thing
that. Yeah. Looks like an RPM.
Yeah, looking like it and actually matching it up to what's attributed so far. It's two different things.
Yeah, it doesn't match anything that.
If the MD wasn't on the periphery letters,
Right.
I'd say you have a really strong case of this being something like either like a new discovery or an existing RPM. But with the MD on here or Gulo really does not help your case out there, bud. Because the mid mark, not only does it appear to have taken a hit, but because of the MD, it's also shrunken down.
Yeah.
That outer curve of the D, it looks skinnier in certain places there.
Hello to everybody that just came in. Welcome.
A couple new folks dropping
Yeah.
in on us.
Hit that bell. Hit that red button and that gray bell down there.
Thank you, Cindy.
And by the way, Sean, that was a fantastic impersonation you did of Eric just a minute ago reading that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah.
You sounded just like
I think Eric is just an overachiever, and I'm okay with that.
I think Eric missed it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't catch any stuttering or mispronouncing.
No. Sean said, I'll read this one. And then you started reading it.
Oh,
Now he's got it.
okay. I only took
Like,
that
wow, that's spot on, Sean.
there was a lot of little words in it, and I'm good with that.
Was
Hey,
spot on.
it's okay. Just go ahead and blame it on your 50 ounces of whiskey that
Coffee.
you have in your coffee mug.
What's in that coffee cup?
What happened?
I dumped the whole thing. I dumped a bunch of masonry jars in it earlier.
Uh-oh, we know what's in those masonry jars. It's the hooch.
All right. Who wants to read this one from Kevin?
I'll do it. Kevin Nonsense, 1916 Denver, DDO, DDR. I think I found a new DDO for 1916 Denver. The main reason is on the R and Trust. It is notched, and in God we trust, all seem to show some notching or separation lines. There seems to be notching on the date as well. The eyelid is doubled. Thanks for the help.
I hope you guys in chat are having as much fun as we do.
Well, possible.
I love being with you guys.
We're informal as it gets.
Yeah, the edibles help.
Seriously.
Look at the lamination on that.
Serious lamination on that.
Doo-doo on that.
That was why. So I looked at this actually in email and I didn't see any doubling on it. And I think I responded back to him and replied, but I had to put it up because of all the lamination issues on that coin.
Yeah.
Like, bad news, I don't see any doubling. Good news, I mean, it's not the prettiest coin in the world, but that is some serious lamination on that coin. Yeah, there's a little bit of doo-doo on it. But yeah.
I'd like to see the R and Trust that he pointed out.
Yeah. I want to see what we're looking at there.
Geez, interesting.
Yeah. Do you see the thickness at the bottom?
But I do see that on a lot of.
And there's a lot of hits on the bottom of those, too.
That's a funny looking R.
Yeah, I think it looks normal.
Twisted T.
Sometimes when they get the wear on them like this, they look a lot thicker.
16D. I think it's a.
No, there ain't nothing on Variety Vista for 16s.
Oh, no, it's 61.
And we are always pulling for people to have new discoveries and stuff.
Absolutely.
That.
And I saw the corner of that D, but I think that that's just a hit or part of the lamination on that.
However, it's
Yeah.
twice the thickness of the lower serve, too. Unless that's an angle shot again.
We'll see the little smush at the top of that D.
And the bottom, there's a little piece hanging out underneath the serif, too. You can't tell anything from the inside.
That's a nice looking circle, Shay.
He does little artsy fartsy stuff like that.
He's on mute right now because he's laughing at us.
He forgot.
Yeah.
See, you called it.
Yes, Lucky Duck. You are looking You are looking for the style of the FG, and that's all on the 88.
Yeah, that's a good one to kind of keep in your mental Rolodex of obscure stuff to look for.
True that. Wow, that's heavily contaminated.
I know, right?
Just crumbly. Or you know what it reminds me of? When bedrock gets crumbly and you can almost pick it apart. Kind of reminds me of that kind of
Or like limestone.
Yeah, limestone or shale.
Shale, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It just kind of comes apart.
Yeah, crumbles.
Now, do you think this would happen? Any particular place in the strip of metal that they're making planchets out of, like in the closer to the end of the strip, or anywhere, or
I think probably just anywhere a contaminant got in or anything.
Depending upon the
contaminant. A whole strip can be pretty far off, like this one is.
Yeah.
If it's a metal contaminant, like a something that shouldn't be in there, I mean that's going to sink closer to the bottom, anyways. But when they roll out the rolls, it gets all mishmashed, anyways.
Don't pick
it
at
comes
it.
out in ingots and they flatten it.
So you see a lot of wood grain on the 16D, right, Frank?
Oh
16s? Yeah.
That's a good year.
Yeah, I thought I remembered you saying that 16 was a good year.
16s, 21s, 40s, 41s.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Kevin Dobbs. Next week we're going to have a special guest. It's going to be Mr. Slate. So that way he can talk about all the different types of bedrocks and
Mr. Slate,
limestones and all that.
I get it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, boy.
Slate. Where that brought me back in time.
And when it's over, Paula's going to slide down the dinosaur tail.
Heck yeah. And take off, getting that big old rib.
So like,
Yeah. Just scoot my feet.
We are showing our age.
all right, more call, folks. Great night. Alrighty.
Well, if we were showing our age, I think we are showing the best age, because would you rather talk about Barney?
No, please.
Any takers for that one?
Nope. No
Nobody
Teletubbies.
wants to own the Barney age.
Nope.
I've seen the modern cartoons, and they're terrible.
Mm-mm.
They're terrible.
Horrible.
Terrible.
Reckon.
Michael Kittle Rare Coins. What's up?
Kittle's here.
Kill's here.
Kittle's here.
MK in the house.
However, Amazing World of Gumball the other day, my son was watching. There was a Pink Floyd reference in it that I caught.
Oh, awesome.
And that's the sad thing. Only the dads would catch that.
Yeah.
Okay, do we have another coin?
It's a frog.
Switch over to me, Sean. I'm gonna show my last one that I've got.
Okay, I'll read it. From Andy. Hey guys and Paula, I came across this coin and was thinking vice job till looking at America and the print. Wouldn't a vice job interfere with the print unless it was done prior to the penny punch? Love the info, guys. Thanks. Oh, that's a vice job.
Right.
Yeah. See the reverse of the date? Oh, the date off of, or I'm not sure. Is that a 0?
I don't know. I don't even.
1998.
Oh, wait. Or is that a.
There's a star.
That's
a
a
different
nick-
denomination.
Well, there's something in front of his face, so
Yeah, that's from a nickel. That's
Yep. 98.
that's the Liberty and the Star in the 1990 from a Jefferson nickel.
So to answer your question, no, it won't always interfere with the devices. It depends on, so you on a Jefferson nickel, you've got a space between that date, and then you've got the field, and then you've got Jefferson's bust, right? So there's that empty field space. So that's not going to, obviously there's nothing there that will imprint onto the coin. The places where it's incuse on that coin are raised on the Jefferson nickel that they squeezed into that.
Yeah. It was a full step.
Yeah, look at that. At least you'd leave the same denomination, folks. Come on now.
So
Nickel's not going to fit.
incuse and backwards. Vice job.
And wrong coin.
Down below,
It's not going to fit in a coin saver.
you can see United States down below.
Yeah, that's the wrong denominational vice drop.
But that just shows you how creative the kiddos can be.
Yeah.
That's shoddy workmanship there,
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll pay you $5 for it.
yeah.
Listen, I'm still waiting to find one of those because I have a missing
Crap, where's my
spot.
voice?
It's just
A
six.
missing spot in I have a missing spot in my damage folder. So I'm still looking to find a vice coin. I have not found one yet.
Yeah.
Miami
Don't mix denominations, folks. That's only barbarians do that.
It's not chocolate and peanut butter, yes.
And
That's right. It's worth 6 cents.
Mhm.
Look down below, states, United States.
I have to say,
Yeah, there you go. It's a mule garage job.
it's kind of interesting to me.
It is kind of interesting.
Kind of
I
like
mean, they did a good job.
Kind of like the carnival flat pennies you can get.
Yeah. Here's a really sad thing: is 1990 is not exactly an easy year for full step Jefferson nickels, and I'm willing to bet that thing had full steps on it before they slammed it in a device.
I think that's a 98.
Might have been a Black Beauty too.
It could have had a dropped letter or a 5 on the cheek.
Oh,
Just saying.
That's our show, folks. Good night.
Oh,
We're in
wow.
5.
Is that Jefferson's hair? Do they do both sides?
I don't know. Is that a heart on the cheek? I think
Either
there's a
that or
heart.
Lincoln turned into the wolf man.
Yeah, it is Jefferson.
I will give you 1 share of GameStop stock for that.
Sold.
Looks like a face you see on The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
I miss my Walking Dead.
It's just a scratch. It'll go away soon enough.
All right, are we ready to move on?
yes, sir.
Quit peeing your pants, Demas.
Oh, thank you for that.
A little bit of Neosporin will fix that thing right up.
That was actually an interesting coin. I liked it.
It was. I like those. I like those vice jobs. All right, from Stewart, 1964 Kennedy, 50 cent DDO. Evening all. Can you please help me attribute this? It isn't a proof, and I can't seem to match it with any others on Variety Vista.
Oh, I'm gonna kill him for this one.
Oh, thanks, Paula.
Sorry.
Doubling and notching is much more prevalent on the right side. Crap, where are my glasses at? Let me know if there's are parts you need better photos, and I'll do my best. This will be a great teaching opportunity for those of us trying to attribute correctly on the live Q&A. I need hooked on phonics.
So no, you're doing great. So, but I have a little story about this one, if it's okay if I share. You can go ahead and put the pictures up. If this is the coin, I think it is. Show the reverse. So I looked forever to match this one. And I knew it was a double die, but I couldn't match it. Is there anything on the revert? Because he had it as a 64p. Is there anything anybody notices on that coin? There's a Denver mint mark. That's why I couldn't find a match.
Oh,
Amanda pointed it out to me. Thank you, Amanda, because I look like a complete idiot.
I was kind of sandbagging on that conversation too.
So
I completely went against my own rule of looking at the whole coin first, and I just took his word for it that it was a 64p. Dang it!
Well, you know what they say, Paula. There's a sucker born every minute.
Man, I'm telling you, listen, and he posted this. Not only did he send us an email that I replied to, but he also posted it in our Facebook group, and I still couldn't match it.
I got one like that. Yes.
Dang it. Look at the whole coin, Paula.
Damn it, Bobby.
Well, thanks for that, Stuart.
That was a gotcha moment right there.
Well, he didn't look at the whole coin either. He had it in his hand.
Now I say you got to pay attention.
I know, we both had a dope moment.
dope.
Nice boy, but it's about as sharp as a sack of wet mice.
Lesson of the day. Look at the whole coin. Just saying. It's a beautiful one.
all right, so and if y'all didn't know, there are ways to narrow this down, and mint mark would be this one.
Yeah. Yep.
There are multiple design styles on the reverse initials. So the FG could be a straight G in FG or a flare G. It looks like it's got a little knuckle on top. And the question is, can we get in there good enough with this image? And it appears to be a straight G. So just by doing that, you can eliminate quite a few right off the bat. And I don't remember the number right now of how many you can eliminate, but so using that design variety, I actually made a list and have a video about how to narrow your choices. So which one it is exactly, I don't know. But I did see tripling on Wii, which was kind of neat. Let's see. In this case, we got doubling on God, especially that G. Look at that. Mm-hmm. And look at that tripling on the Wii, and we got 2 to 3 there. Look at the tips of that E. This R is a great pickup point. Looks like there's tripling on that R and the T. Look at that.
At least 3 hubbing. That's insane.
So this is Philadelphia.
No.
Carson City.
There is doubling on the strand of hair underneath the R, and there's probably some back here too, but I don't have good pictures of the back of the head to tell you. But we got it on the E.
E.
Hair under R. We got it on the B, up in the top left corner. Kind of on the I, it's a little shadowed. No. So pretty much on Liberty. All right, and was stronger on the right-hand side than the left-hand side. In God we trust, and we gotta look at the date.
Mhm.
Do I have a date pick? Let me see. It might be the front pick. Oh, we got some on the bottom of the 4 there. No, I should do it right there.
That G and God is just cuckoo.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of that 66 I found.
So we did end up matching this on in the Facebook group. Yeah. I mean, I could have been wrong. Neato, Frito. Excuse me, Seamus. I could time you out right now if I wanted to. Just saying, just so you know. Light in the belfry. Yet I'm up here and you're there. Just saying.
Where he will be soon.
I know.
His hazing will begin at some point.
Oh, he has no idea. He wants
It will be long and it will be
making comments like that, and see what you guys are doing. See, this is how you're grooming them. They hear you, and this is what they do.
Bring coffee and donuts.
Bring coffee and donut. Bring lots of donuts.
I got a cup for coffee.
You got a jug of coffee.
I know.
No punch and pie?
And make sure there's French crullers in there. I like French crullers.
Well, people are going to come with you here, punch and pie.
Okay, what are we doing now? What are we waiting for?
Oh, I was looking to identify it.
Oh.
There's 66. So since I wasn't getting any help from anybody, I was starting to look.
Well, I was looking, but I didn't know what mint mark we're looking at.
Denver. Just Denver.
All right, let's look at 16. No, that's 67. What?
I don't remember which one I told him it was.
Hold on. I was wrong. I got to put in a date. 1964. There's 21.
D. Don't forget the D.
17. Let's try that.
I'll be nice.
Oh, boy, that was harsh.
Ah. Aha. Aha.
Eh? Got it?
I just need to check mint mark position. Let me see here.
Because there is one.
I can't remember what I said it was. 14, maybe?
I thought
No.
it was
Number 3.
No, it wasn't 14.
It was number 3.
No, okay, it's not. It's not 17. Let me look at 3.
Paula said 3
Did I
on
say
on the Q&A page.
Thank you. Okay. I did say 3. That's right.
That's going to leave a mark.
Ow.
That was my forehead hitting the table.
What? Why is your head under the table? Oh, you put it. Never mind.
It's
Easy
kind
now.
of a blurry picture, but look at those stars, especially at the point that's at like 5 o'clock.
Between H and A looks really like distorted.
Well, FS 103 also is an RPM.
So
Just so you know.
because there is a mint mark.
Because there is a mint mark. Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought it was a pretty good match.
this is what happens when the stream goes more than 2 hours.
Amanda said heavy die gouge from the E and states to the rim matches his
Oh,
as well.
all you haters out there, man.
How about a nice Hawaiian punch?
Okay.
But what do I know? I'm a little light in the belfry.
I don't know what that means.
The theme is sad. Okay, 2 lights. He said there's 2 lights in my belfry.
It was a Foghorn Leghorn reference.
I'll say Paula.
I'd say
I'll say that's a joke, son.
You know you're only giving people out there more ammunition. Just saying. Okay. Well, Shay, what? So Shay.
I agree with you at this point. I agree.
Okay.
95% of the time, I agree with Paula Bloom.
Oh, Native wanted to hear that again.
That was bullshit.
Sorry, you guys. It's getting late. This happens every time. Every time.
Jeff, you want to read this one?
Yeah, let me. From Sheena S. What is this? My question would be, what is this? Is it a multi-stamp? I'm really just not sure what to call it.
I really am not sure what to call this either.
I got a button.
Yep. Uh-oh. Click. So Sean has a theory about this. Sean?
I don't have a very good theory.
It's the only theory there is right now.
That's a head scratcher.
Because it's a weird one. I mean, at this point, I think it's safe to say it's some kind of damage. But
Chop
it's a
mark.
waffle. It's a 1911 waffle.
Well, whatever postman damage happened to this, okay, I think we could all pretty much agree that it's contemporary in nature, which means it happened, a long time ago, probably closer to the mintage date of this thing than it has been in the last few years, only because whatever damage happened on the reverse of the coin has since circulated quite a bit.
Yeah.
So, this was probably some old weird counter stamp thing that happened 70, 80 years ago.
Are those splits?
Possibly. The
Could
bottom
be.
of that T looks pretty convincing,
The
but it
T,
could
right.
also have got taken a hit too.
Let me look it up in my book.
Could be part of whatever that was. That
So a vice job is what you're saying? Possibly?
No.
no, not right.
Let's say it's a vice job. I could tell you this for certain. I mean, the rim is a little bit chewed up on both the obverse and the reverse of the coin. But I don't know if that has anything to do with what I'm seeing right now. Like I had told Paula before the stream started, it looks like it took a whack of a hammer or something that has that little diamond pattern on there, like on a new hammer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it infused?
It looks raised.
It looks raised,
Yeah.
but whatever hit it was partially incused and partially, you know what I mean? So
I mean, the only remnants of the Roman numeral V on there is the top left part of it, or the serif, or whatever you call it.
Maybe Mike Diamond might have a thought about this.
I mean, he'll say it's damaged,
yeah,
but to what extent and what caused it, could be because surprisingly, the obverse of the coin is not showing any push through. Like you hit a coin on whichever side, and the opposite side will have, a lump or whatever.
Oh, interesting. Constipated Texan. I can't say that with a straight face. Said some vices have that design on the jaws. Constipated Texan. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the hammers too, just like Wanda's saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Meat tenderizers.
Oh, so like some of the ball peen hammers, the head will have that pattern on it. Yeah, it makes sense.
But it does make sense what Sean was saying, that it probably happened a long time ago.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that 100%.
Because even an older coin, you could really tell if it's taking a fresh hit, like someone playing around with it, or
right.
So, if it's raised
on the coin,
that means the damage was on the die.
No.
Yeah.
No, this had nothing to do with the die. This was post mint. So somebody had this in their possession and did it themselves.
But think the whatever hit it as another die or something.
Yeah, it was infused.
Yeah. So that when you hit it hard enough, you had metal sink into it.
Yeah.
They hit it pretty square because it didn't even touch any of the outside letters.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I see. Okay. Yep. Sorry, I had a brain fart.
Yeah, I can
and
smell
whether it was
from
hit
here.
or squeezed, who knows, But I mean, they did all kinds of things back then, made love tokens, did all kinds of weird counter stamps. I mean, they did all kinds of weird things back then.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. It is very interesting. I would definitely keep that. I would, it's really interesting. But, when it push comes to shove, it is just a damaged coin. But
coins, it's not out of the question. Coins back 100 years ago were tools to a lot of people.
mhm.
Some of you have probably seen the old pie cutter Indian heads. Those were made with a purpose. Some of them have the hole right in the middle of them.
I tell you what, if you want a creative story, just send Seamus a note. He'll draft one up for you.
Oh yeah, he'll write you a whole story about what happened to that coin. And sometimes it'll involve dog bowel movements.
Wow.
It'll definitely be creative.
Yeah, very creative.
Those were hysterical.
That's another thing I mentioned to Sean, Art, was that it was like in an old jewelry holder that, was a solid holder, that it was pressed into that jewelry holder, and then it took up the whatever pattern was inside of that jewelry holder, like those pocket watches and things like that or the oh gosh, what are those called that the lockets, that open. Did somebody have something like that had some type of pattern inside of that locket that
Here goes Seamus. He knows exactly what happened to your coin.
oh my gosh, here we go. Welcome back, Bethany. Oh no.
See, there was this thing.
Oh, we're all in trouble now. And he's going to be a guest on the panel.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Please.
Tune in again next week to find out.
I am not missing that week.
It looks like he's going to charge money for his creative writing skills. So.
It looks like we're going to have to charge the people a membership fee.
Man, that's $15. That's 3 times the attribution of Wexler.
It was a rainy day when I found my nickel.
Yeah, but all you get from Wexler is just a story. With Seamus, you get. I mean, with Wexler, all you get is a letter. With Seamus, you get a story.
An entire story. Some parts you don't want to know about, but
Yeah.
you may never look at your coin the same way again,
Or touch it.
or touch it.
All right, Frank, do you want to read the next one?
I certainly can, from Robin. Regarding 1869 shield nickel, found this really nice shield nickel at the local coin store. I got a real good price, and I thought I was taking it home to prepare for grading since it appeared that it might grade well. And lo and behold, there was this on the nickel. Is this a die crack or some sort of lamination issue, or both? Sure makes the nickel a little more interesting. Your advice is always appreciated. Thank you so much.
69 shield. Ooh.
Oh, boy.
Oh, hubba.
Great googly moogly.
That's sexy. Oh, yeah. Shattered die.
Shadooby.
What is that? What was it? 18. I'm gonna
69.
look at something.
Go back to the eye. Look at that displacement on the eye right there.
Yeah, we're gonna look at some shattered dies here for a second. Cuts on coins. Yes.
Shed.
Nicholas.
Shadooby. That
There it
I
is.
was about to go snip.
Okay, so I'm gonna let's see. It goes through the eye. Okay, let me see if I can match this.
And it also goes to the room through the last key and trust.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah, those old nickels were tough on them dies.
So I do not see a match on Cuds on Coins. So this would be a. Wait, let me see.
At the bottom of the leaves, too.
Let me see the bottom right of that coin, right there. Is that the best one? That,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't see a match. I don't see a match.
Goes through the amulet or whatever that's called. Wow. Exquisite example, too. That's
So this would be a coin, and I'm going to put up the link. If you wanted to see if you could have this coin listed on Cuds on Coins, if you go to this site, that will take you directly to the shattered die on the nickels. But if you go to the left-hand side, there's a menu, and towards the bottom, it tells you how to submit. Now, it looks like you can take really good photos, and that's going to be a huge requirement. Taking good photos to submit, but this would be a cool one to submit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can even see vein detail on the leaves. That's an exquisite example.
Yeah, that's a really, really nice one.
Is it just the lighting on that coin, or does that appear to be clean?
It could have been.
When you look,
It's possible, but
How dare you?
the shield nickels are notorious for not really showing up very good luster
Yeah.
in mint state.
That's real nice, Robin.
I didn't look close enough to see if I saw any fine lines or anything like that, but
yeah.
Oh, the stars on the reverse.
Hey, Robin, Paula has a birthday coming up. From what I
I have a
understand.
birthday coming up in August.
And like every other weekend, it's birthday coming up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's like the old saying, when's your birthday? August? What year?
August.
Every year?
Here. Ida has a birthday month, so just so you know, Ida had a birthday month.
February 29th.
I only have January 27th. I only have a birthday day. And sometimes you didn't have to tell them the day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we good?
Very cool. Cool coin. Yeah,
Yep.
I would definitely try to get that listed on there for sure, Robin.
Yep, that's it.
Happy birthday someday, right? I hope everybody had as much fun as we did tonight. And thank you, everybody, for coming. And if you enjoyed yourself, tell your friends.
Absolutely. Lots of good conversation and chat.
Yeah, we love to do this. And we have a Facebook group also, you guys. I'll put the Facebook group link up. You guys can send questions into our email all week long. And you can post photos and questions of your coins all week long on our Facebook group. The earlier you get your coin questions in, the better. We don't always use your coins on the live show, but we do always reply to your emails. Sometimes faster than others.
We don't always get to the emails you send tonight during the show. So, but you know, we will get to it in the next day or so. Probably the ones you sent tonight, and we try to answer questions in chat at least, so it can be somewhat live. But hey, we're here for you, and our Facebook group, the Coin Q&A, anytime. Post it anytime.
And if you are around YouTube and you see people asking questions about coins, shoot them our way. We'll be happy to help them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We'll take care of them.
Yeah. And if we don't know the answer, we know people that will. So we will get you the best answers we can.
Yes, you do, Cindelicious. Thank you for helping in chat.
Cindy, you're amazing.
And Ida, too.
And Ida.
Oh,
Don, everybody's amazing. We have some smart people and getting smarter all the time. You guys are sending us some amazing coins. That watching your progression in this hobby is just so much fun.
All right. Well, good night, everybody.
Have a great night, guys. Thank you, everybody, for showing up, showing support. Hit that like button on your way out.
Hit it till it turns blue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hasta la next time, everyone. Great to read you.
So long.